Oh, I should have even, well, this was, oh, yeah, this didn't make the cut. But anyway, um, the story of the man born blind that Jesus heals, if you look at that very closely, it talks about, who healed you? A man they called Jesus. And then the next time, who healed you? I think he's a prophet. The next time they confront him, it's, do you want to be his disciple too? And then Jesus hooks up with him afterwards and he says, do you believe in the Son of Man? And he says, tell me and I'll believe. And the one who's talking to you is he. And that's all of our story, right? We have a progressive understanding about who God is. And then after we come to that knowledge, that saving knowledge of Jesus, we should expect a continual revelation of who God is. That we're going to know him a little bit better. We're going to experience him a little bit more because that's how good he is. But for those of you who want to do the research yourself and get the head knowledge is okay. It's not all bad, but that's what the notes are for. I've given you hundreds of verses to look up here, okay? Well, at least dozens, but it would take hundreds to kind of explore all these things. And throughout it, if you go through the Hebrew scriptures, we can find 16 names for God in the Hebrew scriptures. And I'm going to quickly go through those ones for you. El Shaddai, Lord God Almighty. It occurs 7 times. It's first used in Genesis 17:1. El Elyon, the Most High God. It first occurs Genesis 14:8 and occurs 28 times and 19 times within the Psalms. Adonai, Lord Master. It occurs 434 times. But if you were a Jewish scholar, you would say it a whole lot more. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. It was first used in Genesis 5:2. Yahweh. Now, this word occurs over 6,519 times. It's first used in Genesis 2:4. And it's I got to geek out a little bit, so just excuse me. This is going to appeal to 1% of the population who are logophiles, okay? The Hebrew word is 4 letters long. We call it the tetragrammaton. It's 4 letters is the holy divine name. They're all consonants. So what does that mean? We don't know how that name was said. There's no vowels. Well, there were vowels that were added in the 2nd century BCE by the Masoretics who were trying to keep the language alive and keep that understanding. But when they got to the word,